Hey guys, and welcome back to Fashionably Broke Podcast.
This episode is brought to you by the Sinclair Autograph Collection Hotel by Marriott Bonvoy. Step into history at the Sinclair Hotel, originally constructed in 1930. This now hotel was once the headquarters for Sinclair Oil, and it has been restored to blend historic charm with today's luxury and high-tech lifestyle. Located in the heart of downtown Fort Worth, the Sinclair Autograph Collection is an uncommon hotel infused with visionary style.
Step aboard Molly the Trolley and find creative inspiration at the Fort Worth Museum of Modern Art or the Kimball Art Museum. Explore the Fort Worth Gardens or Fort Worth Zoo, then reflect on your day over cocktails on the 17th floor rooftop bar of the Sinclair, what we'll be celebrating tonight. Join friends for shareable plates at the Wicked Butcher, a bold and unique steak and seafood dining concept.
Empower your voice at The Hideout, which we're in now, Sinclair's state-of-the-art podcast studio, equipped with premium Rode gear, 2 microphone setups, and flooded with natural light, creating the perfect place to record your next podcast.
Or visit the Techno Gym to get energized and ready for your day in Fort Worth. With 164 total guest rooms, including a 2-story penthouse suite with an expansive downtown view. The amenities of the Sinclair Hotel are refined yet rugged. Check them out on Instagram at The Sinclair Hotel or visit their website at www.thesinclairhotel.com for more information and booking.
Seriously, thank you and shout out to the Sinclair Hotel for hosting us this weekend. We are so excited. We have a very fun weekend planned. And they are pulling out all of the stops for us. Of course, letting us use their state-of-the-art podcast room.
Look how amazing this is. This is our best setup yet.
Yeah.
And we're in person. God bless.
In person, y'all. Second episode ever, which is like
Crazy.
Insane. We've been doing this for a year and a half and we've only recorded 2 episodes in person.
And a half. Like, where did the time go is my thing.
I have absolutely no idea because it feels like we just started this podcast like last week.
And it seems like we still don't know what we're doing. But
we still definitely don't know what we're doing. But again, we appreciate the Sinclair for, you know, taking a chance, reaching out to us and wanting to work with us over these past 2 months. And we're excited for this weekend because we're finally together. And I have finally seen your house after a year that you've been living there.
Yeah.
And it is stunning. Everyone, if you're listening, give Cassidy a round of applause because she is
Thank you.
I mean, she's been a homeowner for like a year now, but I'm like, now I get to see it. So to me, it's now official because I'm finally seeing it for the first time. So yeah, we're just happy to be
thank
here.
you so much, Sinclair. This has been amazing, but let's get into the episode. Welcome back, guys. This is episode 79.
That's insane.
Holy shit. Here we are. We are obviously at the Sinclair recording together. Like Maddie said, our second in-person time. But this is a much better setup than the first time we were in person. After my luggage got lost from a direct flight from Dallas to Nashville. But like, we won't get into that part because like, who cares, right? Who cares? I'm glad Maddie made it. All of her luggage was here.
Yeah.
Everything got here.
Yeah, everything got here.
I was scared. I'm not going to lie.
Well, so like last weekend, obviously I flew in and for some reason I had like a fear like last weekend when I went to Austin that like my luggage was going to get lost. But I was like, I have to check a bag because I just am too lazy to go buy stuff that's, you know, the small size.
Expensive.
Yeah. I mean, I already have the full size. Like I might as well just bring it.
Yeah.
So then this time I was like debating going back and forth if I should pack in a carry-on. And I just had to bring my hair product. Yeah. No, it was one of those things like I just could not make it work. So I'm like, I kind of was shitting myself the whole time, especially because my flight only had 27 people on it.
I don't know how it didn't get
26.
I don't know how that didn't get canceled.
Well, I'm thanking the good Lord, baby Jesus.
No. Jesus is walking after us.
No, I know. But yeah, only 26 of us on the flight. And so I'm like thinking to myself too, I'm like, well, how many people checked a bag? Like, what if my bag was the only bag checked? Like, what if they just forgot it because like there was only one?
I didn't even think about that.
That was all I was thinking about. When I was sitting at the gate, I was texting people. I was like, dude, there's like no one here. Mm-hmm. So then I started to second guess if I was at the wrong gate. And that's like my biggest fear. So I was checking the app like
religiously.
every 5 minutes.
Refresh.
Yeah, because I was like, there's no way.
Mhm.
And it wasn't that late. It was a 9 p.m. flight, but my last like 10:30 flight had like 50 people on it.
Yeah.
And 50 is more than 26. But no, I mean, obviously I made it, my luggage made it. And there was a ton of other people. Like, I think almost everyone on that flight checked a bag.
Yeah.
So all good there.
Oh my God, slay.
I know.
Well, I guess that kind of leads us into highs and lows. That was definitely high for you.
And then I'm here. And then we
Yeah.
get to record an episode in person. And then we have some really big, exciting things that we're about to announce that I realized I left upstairs.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But continue. So highs and lows.
Yeah, do you have any lows? Those are two
Um,
highs.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, high, I'm here. I'm so excited.
Yes.
Low. I don't know. Right now, I'm just really fully on a high right now.
Yeah,
Like,
literally.
It's actually insane. So I don't think I have, I mean, I'm only here for a weekend. Like I leave tomorrow.
Mhm.
So I think that's my low. It's like
Yeah.
that I have to leave tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. My high is obviously this whole entire thing. We have friends flying in. We have
Yeah.
people traveling hours to get here. The rooftop this evening. That is definitely my high, and being here and getting to like experience all of this. A low, honestly, like you said, like I'm on a high. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Cheers. Let's just cheers on no lows.
I know. Cheers, bitch. Cheers, bitches. Broke bitches. I know. Let's take a little sip of my champagne.
Oh, that tastes amazing. I've had no food, no nothing. Just champagne in my
Honestly,
system.
all you need is a tummy full of champagne.
Oh, obviously.
to
I don't
feel
know
like you're to feel
what
like
else you would possibly need.
you're on top of the world. But yeah, I think that's it for my highs and lows for this week. Okay, now that we have our highs and lows out of the way, I know for the past couple of months,
Literally.
we've been hinting at some like really big announcements and some
Mhm.
really exciting news that like we can't share with you guys yet. But guess what? The wait is
It's
finally over.
We're finally going to announce it because I know we've been so annoying with like, oh my God, it's coming.
It's coming. Yeah, we can't see it yet. We can't say it, but we have a really big secret. We have a
It's-
really big announcement.
It's here. It's here. You can see our first one right here. We are launching merch. I think everyone has known that we are going to launch merch. But yes, it is finally here. We have it in hand and everything.
Yes.
This is
So,
our first one.
well, so if you are listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, again, we highly suggest that you take a little pause, press pause, and switch on over to YouTube. So that you can see it firsthand. Of course, we will be posting this on our social media. So make sure you follow us there as well so that you can see firsthand
Yeah.
the first ever Fashionably Broke podcast merch.
Yeah.
Merch,
here.
guys. Merch. Okay, so of course, as everyone knows, we had to do a trucker hat because
The auto hat. No other.
because I mean, it wouldn't be merch. It wouldn't be Fashionably Broke podcast merch if we didn't have a goddamn trucker hat. So we have our beautiful, stunning, crisp white navy blue auto trucker hat
Uh-huh.
that with a big fat broke
Yep.
on the front of it because we all know bitches that we are broke.
No, we're broke. And let me tell you, men, you can wear these as well because then you go out and like girls are trying to hit on you and ask for drinks. Just be like, look at the hat. I'm broke. And then we have our logo on the side. So that can be your conversation starter when people are like, oh my God, what's Fashionably Broke podcast? And
Your favorite podcast ever, that's going to be your answer.
literally you can give the girls, the guys, the moms, the grandmas, the aunts, the uncles, the rundown on Fashionably Broke podcast.
Yeah.
So that is our first piece of merch. The hats, we already know those are going to fly like hotcakes. And then we have our tank that we are both obsessed with.
Obsessed. I mean, I'm obsessed with every single piece.
Yeah,
Number one, you need every single piece in your closet.
right. But like sometimes you have to pick a fave.
Yeah. Oh, no,
So-
I can't. All three. You can't pick a favorite child.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, I'm
I
kidding.
mean, we all know. We all know I'm the favorite.
Okay. So we have a tank top baby tee, and it says, "I really like your outfit." I mean, that saying is just
Slay. Queen.
amazing.
King shit.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. So this is our tank, our rib tank. They're so freaking cute.
They're so
Maddie?
soft too.
Yeah, they are.
So soft. And last but not least, of course, because it is still summer, we are actually getting right into like the heat of summer.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be the hottest it's ever been. So we kind of stuck with, like the baby tank. Of course, we had to do a baby tee.
Obviously.
I mean, come on. So we have the cutest little white baby tee with which we haven't talked about this yet. We have a new logo.
Yeah.
So the baby tee is embossed with our brand new logo, so you can sport Fashionably Broke podcast wherever you go. It is honestly the cutest little tee. It's the cutest little tank. It's the cutest little hat. I'm obsessed, and
They're cute.
been such like a labor of love that like I just cannot believe that it's like finally in our hands. I mean, when I
own this for the rest of my life.
when I flew in last night, like Cassidy was super nice and she was like showing us her house, and I was like, okay, love the house, it's great and all.
Where's the
like,
merch?
look at it later. I need to see the merch because I haven't gotten to see it until last night.
Yeah.
So I'm like obsessed. I cannot wait to put it on my body. I haven't even tried it on yet. Cannot wait to put it on my body. And I mean, I know we keep saying, and like in every single episode, we're like, we work so hard. We have seriously been working on this for months and
Mhm.
months. And like to finally see like almost like you're giving birth.
No,
Not really. But, like to see like your baby and be able to like your baby T and be able to like hold it in your hands for the first time is absolutely insane. Which kind of brings me into like the topic of I mean, as you can tell, as I just said, we have a new logo. So right now the podcast she's getting a little facelift.
Yeah. She's getting some Botox. She's getting some filler.
She is, getting some work done on her. So we have a new logo, we have new colors.
Mhm.
We're just kind of working on as we're growing as women.
What can we say?
The podcast is growing with us. Of course, it's the same old fashionably broke, but we're just kind of giving her a little bit of a bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah. We're so excited to have everyone along for the ride. So our new updated color is blue.
Yeah.
We feel like that was, a little more
Representative of like us because
Yeah.
it's still colorful, but also it's like almost like a neutral.
Mhm.
And it's so funny. What honestly like makes me laugh really hard is because
Oh, God.
I have this thing with like navy blue. And like
You love it or hate it?
I hate it only because
That's weird.
so this is why I hate it because Morgan, I know you're not listening right now, but he used to have the ugliest navy effing sheets on his bed.
What guy doesn't?
No, I know.
What guy
If you're a
doesn't?
guy listening and you have navy sheets on your bed, literally go
Strip
burn
'em.
that shit.
Drip.
Throw that away because that like PTSD, but I'm loving navy blue now.
Thank you. I'm
Like
glad.
I'm loving navy blue now. So yeah, again, merch, super proud. Podcast is, evolving as we evolve,
Mhm.
and it's so very exciting.
Yeah, and I think we can tell everyone too when we will actually be launching
Yes.
the merch. We will be launching it this evening when this comes out. This comes out on Wednesday, July 31st. We will be launching it at 6 p.m. this evening.
Yes.
Just so
6
everyone
p.m.
is
Central Time.
yes.
6 p.m. Central
Yes.
Time. So do the math if you're not Central Time because that's hard for my brain. So we'll have all of the details of how to purchase up on our social media. So again, if you love the podcast and you want to get some Fashionably Broke merch, make sure that you follow us over on our socials so that you can get yourself some baby tees, a little trucker hat. Supplies are limited, okay? Okay, because we decided to invest in ourselves, and again, because we are so passionate about like what we do, and we just love yapping. So we've put a lot of work time, blood, sweat, and tears. God damn it. And I'll have to share our messages from the day we got the merch in for the first time. The text messages, iconic, literally iconic. I screenshot it
on FaceTime.
Yes, great. So we'll share all of that with you guys. And so that kind of leads into, Cassidy mentioned it earlier, a little bit of what we're doing this weekend. So this is our technical, like, official launch. So obviously we're recording on Saturday at the Sinclair. This episode won't get to you guys until Wednesday. And then of course we're releasing our merch on Wednesday. But Cassidy, tell everyone what we're doing, like what this whole day is consisting of.
Yes. So obviously we're in Fort Worth. We had so many people fly in, drive in, travel
Yes.
in. We're all meeting at the Sinclair. We have like a little intimate dinner to celebrate with like close family downtown. And then we will be hitting the rooftop at the Sinclair. This is where I had my birthday last year and I absolutely
really?
loved it. Yeah, we got drinks here.
Oh.
And it was amazing. Like, you haven't even seen the rooftop.
No,
Like,
I've only seen pictures. I've been like stalking the Sinclair
Yeah.
online and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so obsessed.
Yeah, like I'm so excited for Maddie to like actually go up there and see the rooftop because I know she's going to fall in love with it. So yeah, we have like maybe like now a little over 40 people joining us. We were not expecting that.
Which
Like,
we are so
whatsoever.
We are so grateful and so blessed because Cassidy, you know, as she said, that we have people flying in. So like I had some friends fly in from Louisiana. We've had, I mean, pretty much all of our family members drive in. And we are just so grateful for everybody. And we just can't wait to celebrate it. Because we've worked so hard.
Y'all will see a ton of pictures.
Yeah, the content, y'all might get content absolute overload, but I think it was time because we freaking barely see each other. So, which I wanted to say this earlier. Yes. So obviously I was super excited to see you. But like to me, it was like, oh, well, I like saw her like a couple days ago.
No, literally
Because
last
we talk every day.
Yeah.
So we pretty much talk every day. And then obviously we record. But like I'm seeing your face, even though it's not physically in person. So I'm like, I see her every day.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing. And I like just came to Nashville. I feel like because we usually go like
months and
8
months
months without like seeing each other, anything of that. So we've like seen each other more than we ever have in our life, like since high school.
I know, which is insane.
So this is great. So it's exciting, but we have a fun day ahead of us. We're recording this earlier in the day, so then we can start the partying.
Oh my God. I
Take one
literally
more sip on that one.
I literally I won't shut the hell up about how I cannot wait to get a dirty martini in my mouth later today during dinner.
Lemon drop.
No, you are going to try the dirty martini.
I'm gonna gag. I'm not gonna like it. I already know I'm not gonna like it. No, I'm not.
You're gonna. Don't put that don't put that thought in your
like
brain.
You're drinking gasoline.
No.
I don't like
It's
olive
so good.
or blue cheese.
Well, you don't drink the blue cheese. There's
you
stuffed in the
eat it.
olives. Well, you don't have. I'm not gonna force you to eat the olives. You're gonna love it. I'm gonna film it because
I've never
keep it forever.
I've never tried a dirty martini, and I told myself I was gonna wait for this specific moment when Maddie's in town.
You have to, right?
To try
I actually
it?
would have been, I think, mad or upset. I mean, I would have never told you, but like, I would have been a little upset if you tried one without me.
No, yeah, I've never tried one. Hand on the Bible.
Good.
Never tried one. So we'll be doing that this evening, and we'll obviously record that as well.
It's gonna be delicious.
Yeah. But I think we can also get into just like what are our goals for the podcast. We've had this podcast for a year and a half. This is our first partnership. Like, let's just talk about building up a podcast. People out there who even want to have a podcast. Like, I have people at work being like, oh, like I want to start a podcast. Like, what's it all about? This and that. So like, let's just start with goals that you have for the podcast within the next year.
I mean, obviously, I wouldn't do the podcast if I didn't want to do it for like full-time career.
Yeah.
I want to I want to yap, even though I can't, for a living.
For a living.
Because I can't speak. Oh no, we are gonna yap for a living.
No matter if we're signed by someone or not.
No, exactly.
We will still be yapping.
Yapping all day, every day. And I think that too, I feel like and I might be speaking for you, so sorry. Like we have goals to like turn the podcast into also like its own brand
Mm-hmm.
and like it be a channel of like all things, obviously podcast, but the podcast is called Fashionably Broke Podcast, and we do have a really huge passion for like clothing. And I think that, you know, the merch is kind of like our first way of being able to like fully dive into that. And so I definitely think, I mean, I know we have plans and we're already working on plans of having more merch drops coming soon. Little fall drop, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah.
Mark your calendar.
No, exactly. So, I mean, obviously to definitely grow the podcast, grow the followers, and just really create a community that I feel like everyone kind of has like the same minds, because I feel like we're both go-getters. We're definitely go-getters in different ways. You're type A, I'm type B.
Let me more different.
No, literally. Which Kristen's here helping out again. So we need another round of applause for Kristen because she helped out last time.
Thank you.
We wouldn't
Thank
be
you.
able to
Thank
do
you.
it without Kristen. We wouldn't also be able to do it without Taylor Mobley. She's upstairs. She's helped us out all this morning.
Yeah,
But we appreciate you guys so much.
we really do.
I forgot what I was saying.
Oh yeah, just like goals for the podcast. I mean, I think that's our biggest thing, is really wanting to like create this into a bigger thing and even like a brand in the end. And you know, I always just love sitting down with you too and just like talking life and like talking through life things we've been
Different
through.
things that we're going through, because like we're obviously in the same stage of life, but we're also in different stages of life, and like different things are happening to us, you know, at the same time. Like you're going through, like you're a homeowner, you're single, like you live and, you know, far away from your parents too. But then there's me. Okay, I live in a different state. I live with a boyfriend. Like you have like you're really successful also in your career outside of the podcast. Me struggling a
I don't know about that one.
but also
I
like
don't know about that. I think we're doing very well for ourselves.
yeah, we are, but like we're definitely like going through different stages of life at the same time. So it is like nice too. 'Cause also, we talk about we're so different but similar at the same time. Like we, the one thing that like we are so similar, and like it's kind of crazy.
What are you gonna
We
say?
have the same taste in cars.
Oh my god. Yeah. No, Maddie
Because
wants to be me.
What? Yeah,
Maddie wants to be
that's
me.
the problem is no, I'm kidding. Of course, who wouldn't want to be you? No, this bitch. Okay, so we both had Grand Cherokee. Maybe I do want to be you because
I had the Grand Cherokee first.
Okay,
and
I
then
know.
you got it.
always
now,
wanted one.
now I have.
But I wanted the car that you have now. I have wanted literally since I saw it on the road.
No way.
Yes.
I've never heard of
No,
that. Never.
Been obsessed because there's like a few other girls that I know that have it, and I'm like in love with the car.
The decked out Mercedes Benz.
This oh, see, I know. I don't want a Mercedes Benz other than G Wagon. But this bitch goes and gets the car that I want.
Yeah. It's a Volkswagen Atlas for anyone wondering.
She gets the car I want.
Interior,
Stunning.
amazing.
No, I know. So like
That's like basically the reason I bought it, because the inside.
it's, you know, the outside just like it looks like mean. Like it looks like the
Mhm.
outside is like sexy. I don't know how else to
Oh, yeah, thank you.
describe.
Thank you. When the
car.
boys see me driving.
Too, I also think like the Grand Cherokee
Mhm.
is like a good looking car.
No, yeah, I agree.
How me and Morgan describe it is like she's got wide hips, like she's hippie.
Yeah, she's smexy.
She's
She's the it girl.
yeah, she got them.
We're
hips.
the it girls.
No, exactly.
So that's what it is.
But like we're so different, and you know, of course, we have like similarities. So it's like cool to speak with you every week
yeah.
to like just kind of go through life.
So I actually want to go into something that is so funny that my mom said, that I don't think I've told you this yet. Going back into like me being single, whatever, dating, all of that. And I was like, Mom, I'm going on The Bachelor. Like, it's just happening.
have to.
I don't know what to do anymore. Like, I'm signing up, I'm going.
Yeah,
And she's
you
like,
better.
no, like, you're not doing that. You're not doing reality TV. Like, anyways, okay. So I told my mom I'm going on The Bachelor. You know, I'm turning 26 this year. It's do or die. It's prime time. Like, once I'm older than like 26, I feel like you can't go on The Bachelor. You know, I feel
No.
like guys, I feel like guys are always older. The girls are like 21 going on The Bachelor now.
But there's like also girls that are like 30s.
Okay. Anyways, So, and then obviously my mom is like, no, you're not going. You're not going to be on reality TV. No, 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 no. And she's like, I'd rather you online date than like go on reality TV. And my mom has been like so against like online dating. So, like, let's just break the ice and say, yeah, I'm on Hinge.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So, we're just going to see how that goes, see where it goes, and see if like guys can actually ask me on dates and like take me on dates.
Yeah. So you're like dating around,
Trying
trying to.
my best.
Yeah.
Not many.
Are there any hotties on there that you've
Oh.
seen so far?
There are some, yeah, for sure. But my
Really?
radius is like 100 miles. Because if
What?
I just do Fort Worth, there's nobody. Literally
What's
nobody.
100 miles from here?
Couldn't tell you. Don't know.
Some podunk.
Literally, I'm going to like the boonies and being like, this is not where I'm supposed to be in life right now.
No. Oh my God. But that's kind of exciting. Well,
Yeah.
you have to keep us updated on your journey of Hinge.
Oh, I will. I will. So we'll see about that one. But I guess let me hit on yesterday's tragic events.
Yeah. We haven't even
Because
gotten into that yet.
That was nothing but me. Literally nothing but me. Like I don't
Cassidy
understand.
had a rough day yesterday. Let's just say that.
I don't understand what's happening with me. So I wanted new shoes for this. And I went and bought the Steve Madden shoes I'd been wanting forever. And I was like, oh my God, these are amazing. Slay, whatever. Okay, so it was Hannah's birthday this weekend. And we went out on Friday last night. And I was like, I'm going to wear my new shoes. Like, I need to break them in a little bit, make sure they feel good.
Yeah.
I need to break them in. Well, I broke them in the wrong way because they're actually
They're just broken.
broke. I step back and the heel just snaps right off. Snaps right. I was probably wearing, I mean, we were sitting all of dinner, literally just sitting there. We go out, doing whatever, step back, and that bitch snapped. So
I would be so pissed.
I was
Well,
so pissed. I was.
You were texting me when I was on the plane, and
Mhm.
I like when I land, I like look at my phone, and you text me like, "Are you even getting my messages?" And I was like, "Whoa, what's happening?" Like we had another girl flying in, so I was like, "Okay, like did I miss something?" Like sorry, I was up in the air, literally. So like what's going on? I was trying to text her, and of course, like when you land, like your phone sort of ish doesn't really work.
Right.
And so I was like, oh my God, what's happening? And then she texts, I broke my heel, or my heel broke. And me immediately, I'm like, her like new shoes that she bought specifically for this weekend for all of the events
Yep.
and photos that we have to take.
Mhm.
So I'm like, what heel? Like,
Mm-hmm.
text me back right now. Like, I had literally texted, it was like an hour later. And I'm like, text me back, text me back. Like,
Yeah.
what heel? I was like, it better
The
not be the new
heel.
ones.
The heel.
The new one.
Yeah. So let me just say, Steve Madden, you will be hearing from me
Yeah.
and my team because,
No, I know. What the hell?
and then,
But the good
And
thing
then-
is, okay, they're silver. So my immediate thought was like, let's duct tape them. Like, let's
Yeah.
duct tape the heel just so she can wear it for this weekend. But I don't think that you're on board with
no,
that.
there's like nails sticking out. It's just
Yeah.
not gonna work. It is what it is. Anyways, I break my heel and then I'm like, okay, I need to go pick up Maddie and Taylor from the airport. Like, I'm going to go to the airport. Bye, everyone. Good seeing everyone. See you tomorrow. I get in my car. I'm driving. Oh my God, guys. Okay, on my way. And then
Well, meanwhile, I'm like checking her location because I like arrived first, but I was waiting
Mhm.
like for Taylor to land.
Mhm.
So I'm like checking her location. I'm like, okay, cool. She's on her way. She's coming from like a different little like city town-ish.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, cool.
Mhm.
Perfect.
So I'm pulling up to DFW. I'm literally in the thing where you have to like your toll tag scans, the thing opens, it's opening. I'm like, okay, guys, what terminal are y'all? Like, let me know, driving in. And I get a call from Maddie. And she goes, hey. And I said, hey. She goes,
What airport are you at?
yeah. If y'all don't know, there are two different airports in Dallas. There's DFW and there's Love Field. And I don't know what happened because I know Southwest only flies in to Love Field.
Mm-hmm.
I know that.
Yep.
I think I've just been so scatterbrained.
Yeah.
It was just like,
We've been busy.
it was DFW. That's the airport. That's where I'm going. What do you mean?
Because it's the one you fly out of.
Yeah, but the more and more I think about it, like probably the last 2 or 3 times I've flown Southwest.
I didn't really
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
Because, okay, it is kind of my fault. I didn't remind her. Because, like, in my head, too, I know that there's 2 airports.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to send a reminder text to be like, yo, like, I'm flying
Mhm.
Southwest. It's Love. Like, Love, whatever field.
Love Field.
And I didn't. And then you drove to the wrong airport.
Yeah.
And
Uh-huh.
meanwhile, this is like midnight.
Oh,
It's midnight.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Midnight. Yeah. I don't know what happened.
I felt so bad.
I don't know what happened.
I really felt so bad.
No, it was only like a 25-minute drive to like the other one. It is what it is. But I was like, how did I make this mistake? Literally,
Well,
how?
I was concerned. So, like, I knew Southwest only flies into Love Field.
But that's like a newer thing.
Yeah,
like a
it
year
is.
or two.
No, it is because
Yeah.
I've flown into DFW Southwest before.
Yeah.
But I was worried because, like, Taylor was flying in from New Orleans. And, like, I didn't know if she was flying. Like, I sent her my flight before she got hers. So, like, I didn't think twice to be like, by the way, there's 2 airports.
Mm-hmm.
If you fly Southwest, it's like this. But if you fly another, it might not be Love Field. And so then I started freaking out because when I saw, like, I'm watching her drive into DFW and I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? Like, she's going to be so mad. And so I'm like starting to freak out. And I'm like, oh my God, did Taylor fly into DFW? Because, like, they had been texting when I was on the flight. So I was like, holy shit, like, did I fly into the wrong airport? So then I'm like trying to track Taylor. Meanwhile, she just comes walking down to like baggage claim. And I'm like, as I'm calling Cassidy, and I'm like, hey, 1 second. Cassidy, what airport are you at?
You already knew the answer.
Yeah.
You literally
I
already
was
knew the answer,
watching
you
you
bitch.
live.
You already knew the
Yes.
answer.
Yes. I was watching you live drive into DFW and I'm like, she's at the wrong airport. So then I started to freak out that I was at the wrong one. Then I see Taylor walking up and I'm like,
Nah, that bitch messed
Oh.
up.
my God.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild last
It was
night.
a day for me yesterday. So that's why I'm starting the champagne early.
Yeah.
And
We got a couple hours of sleep.
a couple.
A couple, and it's about to be an all night
Been
party.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean,
very exciting.
it made for good content.
It
It
was-
was for something to talk about because, like,
It was hilarious,
you know,
honestly.
whatever.
I thought it was the funniest thing. I don't know if in the moment you thought it was the funniest thing, but I thought it was hilarious.
bad than anything.
You shouldn't.
Like, I felt so bad because Maddie had already been there for a bit, like, just like waiting for Taylor to get in because Taylor's flight got a little bit delayed. And I was like, oh my God. Like, at the time, I didn't even know how far away the airport was. Like, I was banking on like 45 minutes. I was like,
No,
oh
you were
my
fine.
God. I was hitting 90, bro. I was like,
you really got there so fast.
no, I know.
But because Taylor felt bad too. She was like freaking out about her being late. But I was like, listen, I don't think that y'all understand. I live with 2 boys and I live with a boyfriend. Like, I live with a boyfriend.
Yeah.
You don't get any alone time.
Mhm.
I work all day long. I never get time to just sit and like
So I
scroll
loved sitting there in
and
the
like
airport.
scroll on my phone. So I was like, no, honestly, I haven't gotten to scroll on my phone in a week because this week has been chaotic.
Yeah.
Prepping everything and just like making sure everything's good.
Yeah.
But I was like, honestly, I needed that
Yeah.
time to be like
Okay.
decompress.
All worked out.
So it was so good. Like, so good. Everyone was freaking out. I was like, y'all, it's all okay.
I picked them up. You know, we're here. Everyone's here in one piece. It's
Yeah.
okay. It is what it is. But moving into the next one, I'm so curious because it's like we're going back to the 3rd grade with the
We
YOLO
are.
moment.
We are.
So please, it says Maddie's YOLO lifestyle.
Okay, so I don't know what it was, but the other day I was driving home and I was, of course, thinking about all of my spending because let me tell you, I've been spending a lot on things. Like, some things weren't necessarily necessary, but you know. So then I was driving and I was thinking, I really dissected the word YOLO. You only live once.
Correct.
We are literally only on this earth once.
Mhm.
Why the hell would I ever wear ugly clothes, why the hell would I not spend money on nice stuff, on designer stuff? I don't really own anything yet. That's the thing. Yet. Because like, I'm never going to get the chance to do it again. So as the new saying of this podcast is money comes back. If it's something that you're like, I don't want to live without it,
Get it.
Yeah. And I know this is a finance podcast now. We
Sports podcast, finance podcast, fashion,
finance
we do it all.
podcast. And let me give you some financial advice. Actually, please don't take this because this is very irresponsible. Forewarning, you've been warned, so don't come sue me. Just like, to me, it's like just spend the money or like just buy the goddamn plane ticket. Like,
Yeah.
why would I not? I can't go back and like do it again.
Yeah. Hey, swipe the debit card. Don't swipe the credit. Swipe the debit.
Swipe, and I only swipe the debit. I can't tell you the last time I used. Well, this past month because again we've had a lot of expenses. I've had to swipe the credit card, but like to me, okay, because I've been thinking like sometimes like I've had some guilt because I bought a camera.
Yes.
Okay, bought a camera.
The infamous camera.
I know we haven't told that story. That's like for next week, I think.
Yeah.
Next week,
Yeah.
there is a camera story, guys. I've had a camera fiasco, okay? So I bought a camera, it didn't end up working out. And so like I never returned stuff, which was like really bad. But this week I returned, you would be so proud of me. I almost took like a video, be like, Cassidy, are you
I've returned.
I returned 2 things to UPS.
Wow.
Insane. I know. Trust me, I know. So I returned one camera just to purchase another. But I purchased the other before I had returned the one. So I've been spending money. But I'm really just on this thing like, okay, but
Yeah.
why would I not? Because
The thing is, like
why not live this life to the fullest?
you'll figure it out.
No,
You know?
exactly.
You figure it out.
I have figured it out so far. So
Yeah,
I
like,
feel like it's fine.
It's gonna be fine, and like if you want it, get it. Obviously,
Give me-
proceed
yeah.
with caution on your own.
Yes, obviously.
Like, just do it.
There's just been like a couple things that have like came up in my life recently where I'm like, no, like that would be stupid and irresponsible to get. But I'm also like, why do I think it's irresponsible? Like,
I bought
yeah,
that
sure,
camera.
I don't really have much money,
Mm.
but, and I'm not racking up the credit card. Like, I'm
Right.
just like, okay, screw it. Like, I just can't do something next weekend.
No, I can't go out this weekend. I can't do drinks this weekend.
Yeah,
I can't do this.
Or I can still go out. I can still do it and just try to finesse and finagle
yeah,
as one does.
exactly.
So
And you get free drinks while out.
I don't know. I've just been on this kick, which again is so financially irresponsible, but at this point I don't really care.
Yeah, no,
Because I'm like, I don't want to regret
like,
it.
I would agree. Like you, my
I'm 26.
biggest-
Like
my
I'm
biggest thing
26.
is like you will figure it out.
That's the thing.
If you have $10,000 or if you have $10, you'll figure it out.
No, 100%.
Because let me tell you, I've had $10 before,
Yeah.
and I figured it out for the week. I figured it out. If that was me eating a pizza for 5 days, that was it. One slice a day. Here we go.
Exactly. So it's like one of those things where it's like, okay, like don't say no to going to dinner with your friends because it's like you want to say like you're not going to get the chance back. So it's like the YOLO thing. Like
Yeah.
you literally only live once. So like I think it's okay to indulge.
Yeah.
Yes, like we're taught no and like don't. Obviously like be responsible, but honestly to me, and again, in like a year, I might change my mind and be like, I was on drugs. I'm not. But like thinking that I was crazy. I think I'm going through something, a midlife crisis. I don't know. But I'm like, I'm 26. Like, I just need
It
to
is
like,
what it is.
yeah.
And I always like, I mean, YOLO, yes, but it's like look good, feel good, do good.
Yeah.
And I truly believe in that too. So, like,
why would I like buy shit?
right,
You know,
like,
or
you
like,
have an interview coming up, go buy a new outfit.
Yeah.
Like you'll figure it out. Go buy a new outfit because when you look good, you feel good, and you
Yeah.
do so much better when you're actually looking at yourself and being like, damn, that's a bad bitch.
yeah. And like, to me, I view it as too, like, yeah, I'm going to invest in my wardrobe or I'm going to shop a lot and I'm going to buy like fun, funky, crazy things too.
Yeah.
That's another thing. If anyone ever is like, oh, like, what are you wearing? Like, that's ugly, or like, that's just like too
Girl.
much. No, why is it too much? Like, I am living my life, like the one life that I get, and I'm gonna wear the funnest clothes that I possibly can, because I
Right.
can't do it ever again.
Right. Yeah. We only have one, July 27th, 2024.
No, exactly.
And we're living that right
wear
now.
some crazy shit, you know?
Yeah.
Like, why would I wear something not crazy and insane?
Yeah. So to say, I'm wearing something pretty out of my
I
comfort
know,
zone
and
tonight.
you don't understand how goddamn proud I am of you. And also, I'm sorry, I have to call credit. I sent her the skirt.
She did.
That I
She
should
did,
be wearing.
Maddie. Yeah, she did. She did.
I styled her.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
No, she did.
I'm kidding. I did not. But this whole weekend really truly should be sponsored
Sponsored by ASOS. Thank you.
because basically entire outfit other than jeans are my jeans are Zara. Everything else ASOS. What I'm wearing to dinner, everything. I'm gonna be decked out ASOS.
ASOS.
What I'm wearing to
Rooftop. ASOS.
ASOS and Fashionably Broke podcast.
Yeah, so ASOS, if you would like to sponsor us or reach out to us, please let us know.
Our lines
because-
are open, DMs open.
Yeah.
Slide in, baby girl.
Can't wait
We
to
love
hear from
you. But yeah, that's my YOLO moment. I think it could also be considered a midlife crisis, but we're gonna label it as
YOLO moment.
YOLO moment. I'm in my YOLO era.
No, exactly. I love that.
But speaking of clothes and speaking of fashion,
Yeah.
the Olympic ceremonies happened on Friday. For us, as we're recording, it happened yesterday.
Yeah.
For you guys listening, it happened a couple of days ago. But I mean, this wouldn't be Fashionably Broke podcast if we didn't talk about the fashion of the event.
Obviously.
So, Cassidy,
Mhm.
what are your initial thoughts? What did you think?
Yeah. So I caught up with it a little bit. I wasn't able to
we
sit
didn't
down
watch.
and watch the entire thing.
You just heard our plane fiasco.
Yeah.
Okay, we didn't
That's
get to watch.
where I was. I'm gonna proceed with caution because I just didn't love anything.
Yeah,
Nothing really like stood out to me too much. So the US had their opening ceremony outfit and they also had a closing ceremony. Closing was much better
Iconic.
than opening. And to me, I think you should do better opening than
Yeah, no, I
closing.
fully agree. And like, I get why USA wore what they wore, because it's like the denim jeans, like the
Right.
jeans and the Ralph Lauren,
Mhm.
and like that's iconic, like USA, like America, like
Right.
to a T.
Right.
But I don't really know if like the Olympic opening ceremonies is the time to whip out your denim.
Your favorite pair of denim?
Like, wait, were they Ralph Lauren jeans?
I would assume.
Do you know what they?
There's no way.
Do you know what they should have been? Levi. If they did anything,
That would have been an all
they
American.
should have done Levi.
Honestly, let's
like
just go all
Ralph
American
Lauren.
to the extent. Just wear the Old Navy tee.
Just wear the goddamn Wrangler, get a Wrangler butt and an Old Navy
and an Old Navy tee.
t-shirt.
Like, let us do it next time.
No, but earlier before we started recording, Cassidy made like a really, really good point, and like she almost like wishes that like the athletes were like traditional stuff, or like if like their country has like traditional wear and like garb, that they would wear that. And I know that some countries like try to make a modern twist to it. Some countries did really, really well,
Yeah.
and like they looked
And there
really
are
cool
so
and very
many countries
traditional.
who are attending. Like,
Yeah.
we just can't talk about them all.
But for USA, I was not disappointed, because I feel like they've kind of already done it before.
that's what I'm saying. I was
Like, it
expecting
looks similar
like, I
to
was
what
telling
they've done
Maddie,
before.
like, I was expecting Hunger Games, and if the next Olympic
It should
isn't
be.
styled like the Hunger Games, I don't want to see the fashion. Like,
No, and
I don't want to see blue jeans.
Yeah, and I get like some countries, like obviously America has like some of the most athletes performing
Yeah.
and like playing in the Olympics. Like
Mhm.
we always have hundreds, but I agree. I feel like it should be like something crazy. And like I hate to say like Hunger Games, because like obviously like the Hunger Games, they like kill each other.
Kill each other.
But there's still like the Olympics is such a historic event, like
Yeah.
starting all the way back to like Greece and goddamn probably AD. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is not a history podcast, so let's not hold us to that. So like I feel like they should do like something, because they used to wear goddamn togas
Yeah.
at the very beginning of the Olympics.
Mhm.
Like I feel like Greece should come out in a goddamn toga.
I was say I think they just need to do a little bit better.
More. A little bit more. Bring it up a notch. Make it a little eccentric.
Yeah.
Like the performance that happened during the opening ceremonies. Honestly, I do kind of have to give, and I think we might have differing opinions on this. I kind of have to give France like a little round of applause. Like, they were like, we are here. Obviously, they've been dealing with like a lot of protests from like the French people, but they did the Olympics the French way.
Yeah.
And like, they're like, we are us. Like, we are who we are going to be. We're Parisians.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a weird, funky.
And I think everyone caught on to the like, what is happening right now?
And I mean, it was very like, I think they just took like the stereotype of Paris and France and just like escalated it, and obviously was very artistic, and like there were a lot of things I didn't understand, but I'm kind of glad that they were like, we are doing this and we are full force, we're going with it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. They full force went with it. I do have to agree that we have some different opinions on the thing, which as we always do, we have a golden retriever and a black cat. We have different opinions about everything. Some things I think we're taking a bit too far. But you know, I'm not the one putting it on. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Like I don't agree with some stuff, but you know, it is what it is. But I was wanting to see more, and I really did not like the boats.
Neither did I.
That was awful.
Yeah, I did not like the boats. You couldn't really see the athletes. Like when they walk, you can see them. And then also with the whole performance, like normally the Olympic Games does have some sort of performance.
Yeah.
But it's like pretty short, and it's not while the athletes are walking out. This was happening as athletes, like their boats were going. So a lot of people were like, we don't even see the parade of the Olympians because of this garbage that's on the screen right now.
But yes, so it was very like just a lot going on, and like you weren't able to like tune in on like every single thing. Like you said, when they're walking, you see each country walk in, each country has their moment to shine. And this time I just felt like it wasn't that. It was everyone just waving their little flags. But Paris has kind of been a mess, like we stated earlier, last episode, that like they've just
they're not
little bit of a
prepared.
mess.
So Paris, like the whole city itself, obviously they like ceased travel to the country.
Yeah.
So and it's even no fly over. Like you're not even allowed to fly over or like near Paris. So I think there's like a couple airports like around the like country that you can use, but so the city can only hold, it's like there's only 3 million people or something like that live in Paris, which is smaller than Houston.
Yeah.
Like more people live in Houston than live in Paris, which of course, but they expected over like, with the athletes, with all the tourism, like expected over like something like crazy amount of people, like not 60 million, because I feel like that's like way too much, but like it was some crazy number.
I mean, they were like,
and the city is just not equipped
10 times their
hold.
population.
Yeah, it's not equipped to hold that many people. So they've ceased everything. They like closed off tickets so that people can't come. And so like Parisians, they just pride themselves on like protesting. Like their entire history is like based on like protesting, like being rebels and not like, you know, always sticking it to the man, if that makes sense. And so like in true Paris fashion, like that's just kind of like what they're doing. Paris is a dirty city. Like it's not a clean city like people think. It really, I mean, I've never been, but I've heard so many stories. Like my boyfriend's family, they go like pretty much every year because like they're pretty much from there.
Yeah.
And it's not a clean city. Like obviously I want to go.
Obviously. We'll still be going, but
yeah. But yeah, it's definitely like, it's a more interesting city. Like they're doing a lot of things that they've never done in the Olympics ever before. Obviously opening ceremonies weren't in like a stadium. They're splitting up a lot of the actual physical games. Obviously, all of the surfers and like any ocean sport are in Tahiti.
Mm-hmm.
So they're hundreds of miles away.
Right.
Which has never happened before. They've never like split people up before. Equestrian is at Versailles, which like isn't far. Well, I don't know actually how far it is, but like I know it's still
idea.
out of the way. It's at Versailles. Like a lot of things are split up. The one good thing though that it has done for the city is it's forced the city to clean things up.
Yeah. Even their water, what they're trying to get all of that under control.
Clean their water, but they're basically like they cleaned up the Louvre. Like the Louvre was like super dingy, like needed to be cleaned. They cleaned up the Louvre.
Yeah.
They added statues to the outside. Like it's making them work on their city, but like Parisians aren't happy about it. They also have like everything shut down because the city just isn't equipped to like hold that many people.
Yeah. Maybe a first and a last. I hate to say that. It's been all over the place.
Yeah. So I watched an interesting video of how the cities get picked. So, or like how the places get picked. So the countries and the cities have to volunteer. So they like basically put their name in like a lottery.
Yeah.
And no one apparently like over the last couple of years it's been a decline of like who's putting their name in because it costs
so expensive. No one can afford it anymore.
Like almost billions of dollars
no one's
now
affording it
to
anymore.
put on the Olympics because they build stadiums and then they don't get used for anything. So it's like wherever it's being held it goes into so much debt.
Yeah.
So a lot of places aren't wanting to do it. The Olympics were originally supposed to be held in Los Angeles because there's like a couple cities. So if no one like puts their names in, it'll just get picked. Or if like one person does, like it automatically
it's almost giving like Hunger Games
automatically goes to them. So originally it was supposed to be held like this was like a couple years ago because obviously they planned way ahead.
Yeah.
But a good couple of years ago, it was originally supposed to be held in LA.
It's like I volunteer
Los Angeles, California.
Yeah.
Then it got switched to Paris because I guess Paris put a bid in and no one else did. So then it automatically went to them or something of the sorts. I don't really know how it went from LA to Paris. But most cities, I mean, they just announced that the Winter Olympics are going to be held in the US.
Yeah, I saw that.
So
I did see that.
A lot of times like they do end up kind of going to but also like smaller countries like they can only do so much.
Yeah.
You know, I mean obviously it brings a lot of like it takes a lot away from like wherever place that they're having it, but it brings a ton of light to them. Yeah. So obviously it has its like draws, like its good things and its bad things. But I kind of honestly think it's a vibe because it is such a hot mess and I'm like I like it.
So Maddie's like, and that's me. And I'm like, get it together. Literally get it together.
I kind of like what's unfolding here.
That's funny. But
I think it's all. Oh, wait. One last thing I wanted to talk about was Alex Cooper. So
she's taking over Paris right now. She's amazing. I love her. The thing is, she's already popped off. Like, she had her Barstool pop off. And then she just had Call Her Daddy in general, by herself pop off. She's there again. Yeah. She's there again. Like she is the it girl.
Wedding.
And she's back.
Yeah.
So I love it.
So she right now, this is going to be super quick. So Alex Cooper, she is in Paris with the Olympics. So she is going to be having her own show that will be happening while soccer is happening.
Yeah.
So she's going to be basically like reporting on soccer, doing the coverage for that. But also it's like a live show at the same time. So she's going to be having guests on, celebrities, different athletes. Like basically she's going to be doing interviews. They're going to be watching. So I like that. I feel like it's super unique.
Yeah,
like
it's something new and different. And I'm excited to see where it goes. And I think she'll start doing a lot more of that because it's even like shocking seeing her at the Olympics kind of thing. Like, and her being there and her reporting on all of this. So I really think like, she's like, I'm married, like this is me, we're going forward. And like, I think this is going to like flourish into something even bigger.
Yeah, no, and I like it. She has a soccer background. She played soccer in college. And so I think it's going to be cool. I'm kind of interested to watch it.
Yeah, me as well.
But I think that's all we have for today's episode. So Thank you guys for watching and listening, and thank you to the Sinclair Hotel. Cassidy, do you have anything else to add?
Yeah, just thank you to everyone for always supporting us through this all. We're so excited for our merch to drop, and that will be coming this evening. So set your alarms for 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Woo! Bye,
Bye.
guys.